and yet the Democrats are still slow walking it. We've told you how transformative passing just a piece of the proposed bills could be to American life, and yet Democrats remain mired. Is it robust debate and the battle of ideas that Democrat voters want, or is it something less than that? Yes, the main holdups, it's not about the party, it's not endemic, it's individual. Joe Manchin, Kyrsten Sinema, some people in the House. But even they aren't on the same page with each other. Nobody knows what's going on with Sinema. So what does that mean for Democrats down the line? And are they getting anywhere? Top progressive Congressman Khanna joins me now. It's good to have you.
Good to be back on.
I want to talk about, what you just heard from Paul, what it means, but just on the existential level. The idea that your opponents, right, in a binary system, it's half, are all in on saying you guys cheated the last time. They are changing the laws in states to allow you to not cheat this time. And they are going to do everything they can to find out ways to change elections that they lose in the midterms. Do you believe that your party is aware of the threat and preparing for the same?
Yes, we are. And that's why it's not just, Chris, about the January 6th Commission. We not only have to hold Trump accountable and defeat Trump, we have to address the conditions that led to the rise of Trumpism. And that is the systematic deindustrialization in this country. That is the systematic disrespect of the working class. That is the lack of pride and hope that so many millions of Americans had. And that's what the president's agenda, the Build Back agenda, is all about. It's about restoring hope and dignity in this country so that Trump's xenophobia doesn't resonate, so we don't have the conditions that gave us Donald Trump.
So where does it stand in this state of play? Is it checking all the boxes, but how much money for each? Or is it about making choices about which aspects programmatically you will fully fund?
It's about making choices, and it's about following this president's lead. Every member of Congress, including me, the progressives, we've had our say. It's time that we unify behind this president. He has a compromise. Let's get behind it. Let's get it done. We need to deliver, and now is the time for us to do that.
Is it all of the boxes checked and how much money for each, or are you going to leave some programs out to fully fund others?
I rather we do all of the president's vision, that we give people child care so they can get back to work, that we make sure that every kid can have preschool, that we make sure our seniors can afford to go to a dentist or get eyeglasses. But if this president says, look, we have to have certain compromises, we have to be flexible, we have to realize that this will be a transformational agenda, let's get it done. One thing, Chris, I think we have to ask a very threshold question. Are we better off today than we were 1 year ago? Let's just remember 1 year ago where we were. We had no control over this pandemic. People couldn't go to football games. We had unemployment at 7%. Now we have 200 million Americans vaccinated. We have this pandemic under control. It's going to get better after Delta. We have unemployment at 5% and in the right direction. People are back at football games. It's not perfect. There have been mistakes, but we're a year into it, and this president has made life better.
Do you have any better idea about what it takes to get your two, difficult senators to be less difficult?
I think we just have to continue to say we're flexible, we're behind this president, and isolate them and say, why are you not for a compromise? Tell us what you want and what you're hearing from progressives, what you're hearing from frankly,
you still don't know what they want? Really?
I don't know what Senator Sinema wants, and she says she only tells the White House that. I mean, she doesn't tell the Speaker. She doesn't.
Do they then tell you? I mean, what is going on here, Ro? How can it be that you guys don't know what each other wants?
The president knows, and that's why the president needs to make the deal, and we need to get behind him. I think if he gets Senator Manchin and others on board, and then we isolate it to one senator, Senator Sinema, I think we will get it done. And what we have to do is show flexibility and a trust in his judgment. He went across this country. He heard the pain of the working class. He has a vision to make life better. We need to deliver, and we'll be proud once we deliver these two bills. I'm confident we will.
Speaking of confidence, last question. Pelosi set the date to have that first vote. You and I discussed it a couple of different times. I didn't understand it. It didn't work out well. Now she's saying she wants it by the 31st. Again, Why is she creating a deadline when you guys are not ready for one?
Chris, because if you don't have a deadline in Washington, nothing happens. Now, we both know you don't always meet the deadline, but you have to have a deadline to have any possibility of getting something done. I am confident that we're going to get this done. Whether it happens exactly on this deadline or not, I don't know, but we will deliver this. And if there weren't for that deadline, we wouldn't have progress.
Congressman Ro Khanna, appreciate the straight talk. Good luck in doing the work of the people.
Thank you. Great conversation with Krugman. You should have him on all the time.
That guy's smart, huh?
He really is.